Sakti path is little more gross than transmission, because here you are in Sakti path, you are involving senses and you want to feel that yes, something has happened, whilst transmission is the transaction between subtlest and the subtlest. Pain or pleasure one has to undergo to reach that is one should accept happily. Now, Shraddhavaan labhante gyana, the one who has become Shraddhavaan in real sense, automatically that person attains to knowledge. It is possible through sadhana, otherwise it is not possible. Who doesn't want to accept things happily, but they have to accept things willy-nilly. One word is to have the highest goal always in mind, and all else one should forego. Gradually it goes.
What are the aspirations for the spiritual seekers?
Spiritual seekers have only one goal, all seekers. That is to reach to their highest potential. It is known by different names. It is called self-realization, it is called liberation, it is called self-annihilation. Such all these are looking at the same thing, so to speak materially, looking at the same point from different angles, but they are the same things. So aspiration is, and it ought to be, it should be that only. Question should be what other aspirations one should not have. So other than that, no aspirations should be hold dear to one's heart. If we have put, that's why we say here, put your priorities right. So if first priority is put anywhere, then others will, the drop down will be right. And if anything is coming in between because of the impressions of different kind, then it will be corrected the moment we begin from the first priority. So even if other aspirations develop on the way, they will be, we will come to our senses, so to say, and say, no, this is the goal. Anything which is matching with this goal is okay, and whatever pain or pleasure one has to undergo to reach that is one should accept happily. Now when I say one should accept happily, is it possible? It is possible through sadhana, otherwise it is not possible. Who doesn't want to accept things happily, but they have to accept things willy-nilly, because there is no way. But if you have reached to that realization where you are seeing the world as it is, then you will accept things as they really are happily, but still you will be perturbed by the pain of others, because if that is not there, then this world will become very plastic. No humanity will be left. When we do not feel the pain of others, even if you are the highest attained person, still if somebody in misery, you feel that misery, you feel that pain, but that is your lot. So you accept it, and in return you try to exude happiness, you try to, you bless others, you pray for them that somehow this is overcome, and do not become hurdle into that yourself by saying so much about it, because good things must be said. Other things are happening, it should not be said, because then they spread. The thing which you say, that spreads. That is why when people go to guru or saints, even if they are in some pain, they will hardly mention it. They will speak good things so that good happens to them. But this comes with so much sadhana that people really understand the purport of that. So aspiration in one word is to have the highest goal always in mind, and all else one should forego. Gradually it goes.
What is the Sakti path?
Yes. So this again, the word meaning is putting force, or means giving some power to some transfer of power. That means it is again the word very many transmission, Shaktipat, all these are similar words, say indicating toward the same process. However, stages of realization vary. Shaktipat is little more gross than transmission, because here you are in Shaktipat, you are involving senses and you want to feel that yes, something has happened, whilst transmission is the transaction between subtlest and the subtlest. So it may not even you not feel what has happened, but its impact is unfailing. Generally they say no, that some people they attain some powers and then they transfer it to others in the form of energy or something, or powers or attributes, and others start enjoying that. So that is called Shaktipat. That means you have given some power, Shakti means power, to others. In Sahaj Smriti Yoga, we do not do that at all. We avoid that. You don't go for any such thing. Always keep your priority in the first place. All these are things which will pull you here and there. They will divert you from the goal, because what is the point of having Shakti? That you will start using it. You will have that no, I am owning this and I have rightfully given by my guru or whosoever has done this. So you will feel that sense of righteousness also, not only power but sense of righteousness to use it. So your mind will be diverted to that power, that I have got some power, because openly it is saying that I have given you power. So such things are of lower attainments. Highest spiritual attainments is almost like nothing, almost becoming nothing, and almost becoming everything, in other words. So their transaction is the subtlest. There's almost unknown kind of transaction, but that is the only real transaction, because that is how everything is in deep state of samadhi. In reality, it's always in samadhi. For some experience, it makes little, so that you do not forget that where is the reality. All else life's transaction keep on happening, because you are always in Guru's eyes, we are always complete, as I say. So anytime anything happens, we always stay complete. So we are safe in that way. All else, what worldly transaction is happening, life is happening to you, birth is happening to you, pain is happening to you, pleasure is happening to you, let it happen. But when we are following some path, then it automatically falls into line and everything comes in moderation. That is where we become evidence of following the path ourselves. Nobody else is authorized to tell how we are experiencing. We become our own experience. That's what we become, as they say, no, in his own image. So it is not image as such, because this is the limitation of words. It is like becoming like him.
What is the difference between belief, faith, and trust?
This is very good question. All questions are good, but this, I think, people, if they understand the purport of this question, many people will be saved from so many things. See, trust is between living persons. Trust is not between living and dead. So this is the limitation, and this is what you call the beauty of it. So if you say I trust God, word has no meaning. So faith, if you translate in Indic languages, it comes closer to Shraddha. It should come, and if you are translating something else, then you are translating it on conditions. What I am referring to is faith comes to Shraddha. And Shraddha means how you have become in your own eyes. That is what the Shraddha is. Shraddha comes from the same word Shruti, same root. So Shra is the root. So the one who is going towards, Dha means to go. Movement towards from source one has come, that Shruti only, and moving again towards the Shruti only. Hearing the Shruti, moving towards the Shruti, so one has become Shraddha. Shraddhavaan labhante jnana. The one who has become Shraddhavan in real sense, automatically that person attains to knowledge. So that is how it should be. It's a becoming. It is not, again, I will make it clear. I have faith in him. It is meaningless word. You become faith. You become Shraddha. You say, I have faith in God. No meaning. It's meaningless sentence. I have become faith. Yes, this has meaning. What this is kind of my Shraddha is. So whatever is your Shraddha, you become that. What is the third? Belief.
Belief.
Yes. Yes, this is the most abused word. And this is where people go wrong. Because if you believe me, something you have not seen, you have not experienced, you always have a distance and being separate from the entity whom you are saying I believe. So when people say I believe in God, so they are saying God is separate, I am separate, I do not know, I am believing that such an entity is there. So with belief, separation becomes a necessity. If you believe in something, then separation will be there. That is why this problem comes. So you can never stay connected. So in Indic knowledge, we always say that you are inseparably connected with whosoever you are looking for. Your ultimate potential you call, self-realization you call, whatever, because generally we do not here use the word God. We use different attributes like Paramatma, Bhagwan, Ishwar, Purush, Divine, so many words, and they have some specific contextual meaning also when we are going. So every guru who has a path, he has every word defined. He tells exactly this is the meaning at this stage of realization. If you move one step ahead, the meaning become different. So this is like one example to give, I keep giving, that is the same thing called soul or Atma. When it is their body, you realize that you are something beyond body. Now if you know whole how this relationship between body, mind, self and soul is there, then it is called Purush. The same Atma is name change. It's like somebody's clerk has become section officer. That's why, like now that's what the thing is. So somebody is PCS becomes IAS, like that. So the more area has increased. So that is how the meanings are. Yes, so here it is connected. But there in belief, it is always disconnect. That you have a say that is there, I am here. And between us, there is only this belief. You cannot experience something of which you are not part. You know water because you drink it. Yes. If you imagine, if you have never touched the water, imagine an imaginary situation, because you can't live with water, we know. So but imagine that it's there and you will never know what it is. You just see that there is something. Maybe after some point of time you will be scared of that. What is this something that I cannot touch? Unknown. So it may generate fear also. So that is why people will, if they are believers, they are more likely God-fearing people also. Because they are unknown, there will be fear. Because it is their own mind's power, with that they are trying to believe that that is good for them. Suddenly that goes, anything negative happens, then fear will grip them. So this is the difference. So belief should be transformed gradually into faith. Faith should be transformed gradually into trust. And then the path for the realization is opened up. That is how it is.
So belief to faith. So it is like faith within us, like how we see ourselves towards pathway of divinity. Is it that you mean,
Yes,
Guruji?
this you have chosen a path. So now faith means what you have chosen a path, what are its attributes, what are its rules and regulations they are given. If you follow that, that's suppose your word, mind and deed should be one. Now you are practicing that. To what extent you have become clear that I have been following this to that an extent. So to that an extent you become faith, Shraddha. Then if you can follow that completely, then you become completely Shraddhavaan. If you follow that completely, then whatever is real knowledge, that will automatically start coming to you. The moment you pose a question, you are in a situation, you will get an answer automatically within the same screen. So this is how the Shraddha is. Whatever you have chosen as a path, your priority, your whatever the rules and regulations are, you are following that, then you are becoming Shraddhavan. That once you have become faithful, then automatically knowledge will come to you, because you have become worthy of it. So worthy person cannot be denied in spirituality. Nobody can deny. Worthiness is, see, as I say, arhata, yogata, patrata and adhikar. Arhata means qualification. So some degrees, like you go for a job, so you have some degree, that this is minimum requirement. Then they see that your yogata, are you employable? 10 people may have graduate degree, but only 2 or 3 may be employable. So they say yogata, you have this employability. So 2 stages. Then third, then you start working. Say, do you have worthiness? There, I put you, you have qualification, everything fine, but you don't have that knack to work in this job. What is, you are not an adept in this job. So worthiness. If worthiness is there, then which company is not looking for a worthy employee? Everybody is looking for that only, and they invest so much on them that they become worthy. Every time some training they keep giving. Why? Same, you have been employed with, then make it worthy. Always keep that on running. So more worthiness comes. Then if you have become worthy, then you are promoted an officer, adhikari. You are, now you have this much, you can do this. So this is what happens with becoming faithful, that you get that Shraddhavan lavante jnana, that you have become adept to that an extent, then that knowledge will be given to you.
When and in what condition the grace of God will come to spiritual seekers?
It is always, it is downpouring all the time. Grace is coming all the time. Only when we become worthy of it, recognizing it, seeing it, how it is coming. Because whom you call God or Guru or Paramatma, whatever way we say, we should see only one entity. So duality should go. That is our sadhana. Through that only we come to know. That is why I say trust, not other things. So through Shraddha you become trustful, and then you start, because of your practice, you start seeing that grace available, because you have chosen a window that from here this it will come, from this window or this funnel, like guru disciple relationship, disciple thing, or through guru only grace will come. So they have decided their funnel. So then siphoning, when it is all the time happening, because if we consider anyone ultimate, then where else from grace has to come? It is all the time coming, because that ultimate is all pervasive. So where can he run away from with his grace? There is no place for him to keep his grace and run away, that I will keep here when the time comes. So it is always there. It is like your own body, whatever is wherever is needed. When you take food, everything is body processes it, and everything absorbs whatever is needed, it produces, and then the system keeps on going. So this is how it is. But little science for practical reasons. This is what I am telling, ideal. Ideally it is like this, but practically when we do sadhana, all humility downs upon, and then some time, because it has to come through someone, because we are someone, so it has to come through someone. So when that someone is moved somehow, oh, this person needs, is ready, so then that time the transaction is experienced because of the relationship. I call it many things like funnel, I said, but right way, rightly understandable ways, it is a relationship. Power of relationship make the grace felt, because gratitude is the key. But gratitude is a stage of being. It doesn't come by saying, I can say, oh, I am grateful to everyone, but it doesn't make any sense. It is a stage of realization. When you really, it's a very deep state of realization. When you become grateful means now no more you want anything for your body, because in your knowledge body is not there. Krut is the word in Indic languages for that. Krut means what for you have come here, you have come to know that, and there nothing else is required. Only behavior is required. You have to behave according to what your mandate is. So you have come to know your whole thing, your mandate. So you are grateful that what for this body is there, you have taken upon yourself, it happened to you, or it was given. 2-3 possibilities are there. So whatever way body is there, what for it was there, you have come to know, and you are delivering that, doing that. That is where one becomes grateful, irrespective of what is happening to one. So that is sadhana also, and in that stage then you feel the grace. So it comes practically with some pain. This is true. It is not always that it comes very easily. We have to undergo certain pain, and then you see it coming. That's how. Is it necessary to undergo pain? Not necessary, but generally it has been seen like that it comes. So we stay open for us all possibilities. Otherwise, if I say it comes through pain, then it becomes an impression that, oh, first I will have to undergo some pain, then only the grace will descend down. No, it's not necessary. It may come very happily also. There have been instances where people who throughout their life were very happy. There have been instances where we see their life miserable. Both were graceful. Both were capable of imparting grace. So, all are differently placed. And everyone has same goal, but placement is different. Location is different. So, different way they are going, different way they are receiving. That means they becoming receiver of that grace. Grace is always available, but that medium funnel we have to choose, because we are human beings. So it comes through some human heart only. It doesn't come from unknown just like that.
In some Upanishad I heard that it will not that will not come but just by reading, just by listening. It will come whomso you choose.
Yes, you are right. That's why I said correct. That's what I am saying. But only it comes from somebody. It cannot come just like that.
Why only few are chosen by not everybody is chosen. Only few, handful of people are chosen. So why this disparities? Because we're all the sons of him only. His creation. We are nothing but him only. But only few places it gets expressed very brightly, and they could express it also. So they will become the gurus. The rest of them, Lord, will be remain as only Shishas. How come this is? What is the logic?
See, this comes from our origin point. To whom we call realized.
Yes.
If they are really realized, that means in their eyes, they are never born. So question of dying is over.
That's correct.
Question, they are never born. So question of karma is over.
Correct.
So when they are in that stage, So what is the point of saying whether they are chosen, who is choosing them, when such is the case? So but this why this happens rarely, because this is how it is. Most are the movement, they make a distance, that assumption is made of the two, that even for a flicker of second this come, that you and your source are different. That, see, it is very little tricky. That when we say mamev anshe, that my part are you only. You are only my part. Mamev anshe yahi jiv loke jiv bhuta sanatana. You are my part only. Now it has to someday part may say then I am you only. It can be egoistic thing. Now how to balance that? That is where the role of guru comes. To balance it. No, I know you only, I don't know anything else. Now it becomes, so always he is visible, a living person who you are saying this is guru, means greater than you, bigger in every sense. So it is soul saying to the supreme soul that I am soul, you are supreme soul. But for a fraction of second, that comes, no, I too have some power, as you refer to the Shaktipat and all. And suppose even I am exercising it, the moment you are separated. So that degradation happens. Why some? Those who are very close, and they are chosen that way. So it appears for others that they are chosen. And since the order is like that, that you need some order in the creation, in the existence, for the functional reasons. So it appears that they have been chosen in others' eyes. While in the one who alone is there, who will he choose and who will he not choose? The question that is not there.
This side is not chosen.
No, not. There is no choice. You need to have somebody to choose. Or you, if there are all, in his eyes they all are one. So who is chosen or who is not? There is none in that sense. So, but those who have become because of that separate, that is, I said, because of the power they thought I am not part of him. They have to choose. Otherwise, how they are reaching there? So it is right for them to say that I have chosen. But from his side, all are already chosen. That's how it is. Because he alone is capable of choosing in real sense. But who he has to choose? He has to choose himself, because all are in him. So that is from this side. From this side we have to choose. So from that chosen one, we go. This is how it is.
Guruji, you were talking about our path, saying reaching nothing or everything. I mean, can you tell me the difference in which context you told nothing and everything, Guruji?
The reaching to the ultimate potential, and different words at different times, I may say differently, but the goal I always say is only one, and so will everybody say. There will be none who will say something otherwise. In that sense, I said that state is like that, there where there is everything and there is nothing also. Everything, because this thingness comes later. So everything. But nothing, because beyond that there is nothing. So both way it is, you are in a non-unknown. Some part is unknown, some part is known to you, and you are in the middle. So that is where Abu I said that in nothing lies everything. You got it? It is not or, it is and. Okay, where you put the word or, everything or nothing, it is not like that. It is everything and nothing. See, all the time, the role as a requirement is that how to come up with a language which is everyone's language. Because what needs to be told, that needs to be told not to one or few, it needs to be told to all. and everyone have their own language. This is, see, English, Sanskrit, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil. I am not talking that language. Everybody has their own language. The way they have shaped their impressions, their understanding, everything. Now it is always very challenging to come up with one language for all. And more so when you have to speak materially in language. Like now, these days, thanks to technology, they can translate from one language to another to a great extent. And some human agency sitting may do some corrections and somewhat sense is made what is being told. But what about the individual's language? So that is where the challenge lies. So we have to figure out what is common most denominator, which none can say that I am not part of it. If we can see that, one example is all are human beings.
Yes.
Okay, but they say this is too gross because that is the problem that they do not behave like human beings. So what to do? I say come something finer. So we say okay, then what can be that thing which is accepted by all? I say okay, everybody is looking for sukh,
Yeah, that's right.
irrespective of whether there are men, women, or of any gender, any nation, any religion, any caste, any creed. They all look for happiness. That is sukh is the word. They all want to be sukhi. So then we have something. Now, how can you be sukhi? So then again, now we figured out that there is one thing which is called I or ego. That is the hurdle in sukh. If you can merge your I in we, see, that is where the whole drama happens. The I is asking for sukh.
Yes, yes.
Need of the I is sukh.
Yes.
But it happens only when it merges. When I dies, then only the sukh comes. So this is an issue that the one who is looking for fulfillment, that alone has to merge first to get what it is looking for. So when I stays merged in we, then only the possibility of real sukh begins. Otherwise, till then, there is no possibility of real sukh. So this also we figured out. And now we had to figure out that how this happens, what are its problems, what troubles, what are hurdles which come, and what is the process by which this happens, that I is merged into we. So all this we have figured out in Sahaj Smriti Yoga, and we have put that in a simple paper on few words, that if you follow only this much, all this will happen automatically. So please do not underestimate that one page. So this is the need of the earthlings. Everybody wants sukh, but sukh happens when the one who is looking for it merges. Then only it begins in real sense. Till then, other things will happen. Real sukh will not happen. Real sukh and peace, they are all, because higher we go, like these days, any phone, they have only one touch. You do it like that. If you go in higher attainments, only one thing becomes many. That only becomes peace. That only becomes happiness. That only becomes compassion. Have you become adept in handling that? That is your training. Until individually, for each one, it is not merged in their own experience. Till then, it stays as a collection of I's into we, which is a problem.
Correct.
It has to be in real sense
Yeah.
merged,
Yeah.
and that is possible only by individually everybody undergoing in that experience. It's a very cursory saying in Hindi, अपने मरे बिना स्वर्ग नहीं मिलता. Without dying yourself, you will not get the swarga. This is a loka gyan that people experience, but they put it in such a way so that everybody understand it. That is awareness, because functionally there are two. And if you do not say you love other, then you are not doing correct thing, because other is hungry to listen that. So there's always some practical issues are there.
Of course.
So we have to be mindful of both functional reality as well as reality. But essentially you know that it is for the sake of expression.
Yeah.
Ultimately you are one.
Yeah.
So reality versus functional reality, all that comes into behavior, and that is what Sahaj Smriti Yog practice gradually imbibes in us. Oh, Shanti.